Whoa, something new today. First of all, welcome back to the channel. I've been asked to watch this. I don't know if this is the best one, but it has a lot of views. So let's watch it. The history of the Philippines. A lot of my audience is from the Philippines. Shout out to you. God bless you all. Salamat for watching. I think I got that right. I think that means thank you. But yeah, let's get into this. This is from WWII. Go and subscribe to them. The history of the Philippines in 12 minutes. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I guess I'll ask you this at the end. But there are also videos like 10 best places to visit in the Philippines, geography now. If you want to see more of this stuff, me reacting to it, then all I know about Philippines is it's lots and lots of islands. And it's very hot. So let's get into this. Before we get into this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the vibes and if you're new here. And in the description down below, there's a way to support me further by leaving a tip. Let's do this.
The history of what is today the Philippines started with the arrival of its first humans. It is believed they used rafts or boats around 60,000 years ago, with groups of diverse people settling in the archipelago.
Nice.
Some of these groups started to develop and expand into
I like to think that there were some people swimming. Come on, brothers! Do you know what I mean?
bigger settlements, and in the next thousands of years, they evolved into what some scholars believe to be considered early states. Austronesians and afterwards speakers of the Malayo-Polynesian languages began to arrive in successive waves beginning about 4000 BC. According to the existing evidence, a jade culture existed on these lands, starting with the Neolithic era. By 1000 BC, it is believed that the inhabitants of the archipelago had developed into 4 distinct kinds of people: tribal groups, warrior societies, the petty plutocracy, and the harbor civilization.
What group are you? I'm warrior, fam. I'm warrior society. Let's go.
Also important to note is the fact that the metallurgy reached the archipelago due to trade with India. Around 300 to 700 AD, the seafaring people of the islands began to trade with the Indianized kingdoms in the Malay archipelago and the nearby East Asian principalities, adopting influences from both Buddhism and Hinduism. Some cultures of present-day Vietnam showed evidence of an extensive trade network. Artifacts and goods were traded, such as glass, agate, or gold. There were also other items present in the region which were most likely imported, including ear ornaments that have been found in archaeological sites in the Philippines, Thailand, and Taiwan. The Indian culture...
Bro, I want to explore that side of the world so bad, man. Yeah, the only place in Asia I've been is Abu Dhabi, I think. I think that's the only place I've been. Let me try and think. Yeah, I've explored pretty much. The only continents I haven't been to are the Americas, obviously Antarctica and all that. And I have been to Asia. Yeah, I have been to Asia. But like, I want to go Southeast Asia, that type of area. One day I will go to Philippines. You have my word. Philippines. I want to go Thailand, and I want to go Indonesia.
Influenced the Southeast Asian region, starting with the 1st century. During the period Malaysia as well, of the South Indian Pallava dynasty and the North Indian Gupta Empire, Indian culture spread to Southeast Asia, and it reached the Philippines, which led to the establishment of new kingdoms largely influenced by the Indian culture and traditions. The date inscribed in the oldest Philippine document found so far, the Laguna copperplate inscription, is 900 AD. For the details of the document, written in Kawi script,
Can anyone hear? I just see emojis. I just see a smiley face. And that's the sad face, but he's got a bruised eye. What's it called? What was I going to say? Let me know if you're learning anything as well, because like maybe you don't know all the history of your country. Do you know what I mean? And let me know if some of this is false as well. I want to know if this is a legit video and this guy knows what he's talking about. Please let me know in the comments down below.
Of a debt, Namwaran, along with his children, is cleared of a debt by the ruler of Tondo. This is the earliest document that shows the use of mathematics in pre-colonial Philippine societies. A standard system of weights and measures is also demonstrated by the use of precise measurement for gold and other items, as well as in astronomy. From the various Sanskrit terms and titles seen in the document, the culture and society of the Manila Bay were that of Hindu Old Malay amalgamation, similar to the cultures of Java, Peninsular Malaysia, and Sumatra at the time. In the years leading up to 1000, there were already several maritime societies existing in the islands, but there was no...
So if this is the Philippines, what's this place? I'm trying to think. I feel like I should know this. I don't know.
Unifying political state encompassing the entire Philippine archipelago. Instead, the region was divided into numerous semi-autonomous city-states under the rule of the plutocracy, while a number of states existed alongside the highland societies. These smaller structures alternated between being part of or being influenced by larger Asian empires like Maya Pahit. Around 1225, the nation of Mai, a Buddhist pre-Hispanic Philippine island state centered in Mindoro, flourished, attracting traders and shipping from the kingdom of Ryukyu to the Empire of Japan. Chao Jakua, a customs inspector in Fujian province, China, wrote the description of the barbarous peoples, describing trade with this pre-colonial state. Its people were noted for their honesty in trade. Much of what is now Indonesia was ruled by the Hindu Maya Pahit Empire. During the 1300s, this empire ruled over Luzon Island and the Sulu archipelago. As more and more influence was on these islands, skirmishes and battles also existed. Some local tribes were waging incessant guerrilla warfare against them. Eventually, the kingdoms of Luzon...
You could just tell that land like this, there were going to be lots of... leaders on each land, and there was going to be tons of fighting. Because, like, look at it, right? The guy over here is not going to listen to the guy over here, and the guy over here is not going to listen to the guy over here, right?
Luzon regained independence from Maya Pahit after the Battle of Manila, 1365. Sulu also re-established independence, and in vengeance, assaulted the Maya Pahit province of Brunei before
that's brave.
The capital drove
That's brave, bro.
The start of the Islamic era in India before a fleet from the capital drove them out. The start of the Islamic era in Indonesia set the collapse of the Maya Pahites as its provinces eventually seceded and became independent sultanates. In 1380,
Indonesia, I think to this day, has the most Muslims in the country. Mashallah. I think to this day, I'm Muslim, by the way, I'm religious. I really want to go to Indonesia. I think I've already said this, but I want to go to Indonesia, Philippines, and Malaysia so badly.
Makdum Karim, an Arab trader born in Johor, arrived in Sulu from Malacca and brought Islam to the Philippines. Additionally, Sharif ul Hashim, an Arab Muslim explorer, established the Sultanate of Sulu by converting its previous ruler, the Hindu king Raja Baguinda, to Islam, and then marrying his daughter. The Sultanate of Maguindanao rose to prominence at the end of the 15th century.
Somebody said the other day, like, we have Arabic words, which is why salamat in Arabic means bye, but in Tagalog? Oh, I really hope I didn't mess that up. In Tagalog? I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm trying my best. In Tagalog, it means thank you, right? And then they said there was another word as well that was similar, but I forgot.
Meanwhile, the religion was introduced to the area by Muslim missionaries and traders from the Middle East, Indian, and Malay regions who propagated Islam to Sulu and Maguindanao. As before, when Buddhist and Hindu cultures influenced the archipelago, the same case happened with the Muslim culture. Upon the secession of Brunei from the Maya Pahit Empire, they imported the Arab emir from Mecca, Sharif Ali, and became an independent sultanate. The new religion started to grow roots in the Philippines through conquest and conversion of local leaders in the next decades. Moreover, Islam was further strengthened by the arrival to the Philippines of traders and proselytizers from Malaysia and Indonesia.
Well, I need to go Malaysia, Indonesia, and Philippines.
In
I need to.
1521,
I'll vlog it as well. I'll vlog it. One day. I need a sub goal for that. 50,000 subs, I'll go Philippines. There, I said
the
it.
Spanish reached the archipelago through
Oh
the
god, you guys are going to make me
expedition
regret that.
around the world,
I'm going to wake up tomorrow with 50,000 subs. I don't even have the money to go there.
led by Portuguese-born Spanish explorer.
Right, sorry, let me rewind.
In 1521, the Spanish reached the archipelago through the expedition around the world, led by Portuguese-born Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan.
I was wondering when the Spanish would show up, because a lot of your again, I'm just going off the comments. Call me ignorant, call me stupid, whatever. I don't know much about the Philippines. I believe they have a lot of Spanish as well in their language or something like that.
Claiming the islands he saw for the Spanish Empire, he established friendly relations with some of the local leaders and converted some of them to Roman Catholicism. Because the Philippines are a large archipelago, the Spaniards started to explore many islands. However, the explorer Ferdinand Magellan was killed during the Battle of Mactan against the local ruler Lapu-Lapu. Over the next several decades, other Spanish expeditions were dispatched to the islands. In 1543, an expedition was led to the islands, naming them Philippines, in honor of Philip of Austria, who became Philip II of Spain on January 16, 1556.
Wow, the more you know. So the Philippines is called the Philippines because of a guy called Phil. Hey, Phil! I found this island, mate. Yeah, we're gonna call it Philippines. The thing is, God, I bet you guys are so happy they didn't just call it the Philip. The Philippines has a much nicer name. The island of Phil. I prefer the Philippines.
The name was then extended to the entire archipelago later on in the Spanish era. European colonization began in earnest when Spanish explorer Miguel Lopez de Legazpi arrived from Mexico in 1565 and formed the...
Why do Spanish and South Americans just have the best names? Like, why can't I be called Miguel Lopez? Like, what a... Sorry.
First European settlements
Such a nice
in
name.
Cebu. Through diplomatic and military annexation of some lands, incorporating local states, including the Kingdom of Tondo, the Spaniards established Manila as the capital of the Spanish East Indies. In 1578, the Castilian War erupted between the Christian Spaniards and Muslim...
Oh, that's Brunei. Okay, so that's Brunei. Okay.
Bruneians over control of the Philippine archipelago. The Christian troops were so diverse due to generally being made up of people under the Spanish rule, including Native Americans, namely Aztecs, Mayans, and Incans, who were gathered and sent from Mexico and South America to be led by Spanish officers that had worked together with native Filipinos in military campaigns across Southeast Asia. The Muslim side was also very diverse, though. They were
so diverse. Man, Philippines is so diverse. Obviously, it's, a lot of... Back in the day, it's a lot of, just invasions and stuff. But, like... It's crazy, man, like how diverse. It's kind of a beautiful thing now, right? Like how diverse you all are. But obviously,
supported by the Ottoman Empire.
I don't know
with
what I'm
their
saying.
Troops consisting of Malay warriors and
like, look at that. Turkish, Egypt, Swahili, Somalians, Indians, Aztecs, Mayans, Native Americans, Native Filipinos, Spaniards. Jeez, Malaysian. Oh my God.
expeditionary forces sent by the
So basically, all of you have that in your blood, right? That's crazy.
Ottomans, which included mainly Turks, Egyptians, Swahilis, Somalis, Indians, and others. The conflict ended with a status quo antebellum. Just 20 years after the conquest of Luzon, remarkable progress existed in the work of colonization of the islands and the spread of Christianity. A cathedral was built in the city of Manila with an episcopal palace. Other monasteries and churches were built across islands, and more people started to convert to Christianity. Furthermore, Spanish and Mexican families settled in the new lands, creating stronger communities. Much of the archipelago came under Spanish
rule. Oh, so this is Philippines now. Okay,
creating the first unified political structure known as the Philippines. Spanish colonial rule saw the introduction of Christianity, the code of law, and the oldest modern university in Asia. The Philippines was ruled by the Mexico-based Viceroyalty of New Spain, and after, the colony was directly governed by Spain. Many of the local people revolted in the next centuries due to some abuses made by the Spanish authorities. Their rule ended after the American-Spanish War at the end of the 19th century in 1898.
Wow, and then just America show up, like... Oh my god. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane.
Spanish War at the end of the 19th century.
Such an amazing history.
The Philippines became a territory of the United States. The United States then established the insular government to rule the Philippines. In 1907, the elected assembly was set up with popular elections. The U.S. promised independence in the Jones Act to the country, and the Philippine Commonwealth was established in 1935 as a 10-year interim step period to full independence. But before gaining total freedom, in 1942, during World War II, the Philippines was occupied by Japanese forces.
Unbelievable.
By 1945, the U.S. liberated the Philippines, and the Treaty of Manila in 1946 established an independent Philippine Republic.
Yeah, they're free! Freedom! Let's go! Let's go! Claps in the comments. Let's go. Beautiful flag.
The period of their independence was marked by internal skirmishes and a smaller period of dictatorship, but also huge progress and development, with Manuel Roxas becoming the first president of the Independent Republic of the Philippines.
How long was he president for? 2 years?
States seceded its sovereignty over the Philippines on July 4th, 1946, as scheduled. However, the Philippine economy remained highly dependent on United States markets. Roxas died suddenly of a heart attack in April 1948, and the Vice President Elpidio Quirino ruled the country until 1953. Some communist partisans existed in the islands, but were defeated in the 50s.
Who's the president now?
Additionally, an important event happened in the middle of the 1960s. Ferdinand Marcos took power in 1965 and ruled until 1986.
How crazy is it that his name's Ferdinand? That's crazy.
This era included the final years of the Third Republic from 1965 to 1972, and the Philippines under martial law 1972 to 1981. His reign was marked by dictatorship and instability. In 1986, Ferdinand Marcos was removed from power and replaced by Maria Corazon Aquino. Up to the present day, 5 other presidents ruled.
Is Rodrigo Duterte the president now? So out of these, who's known as like the best president? Or maybe they're just all bad, or maybe they're all good? Like who's like known as the best one?
The Philippines.
Wow. Wow, what an amazing history. Oh my god, shout out to Knowledgea. I'm gonna give that song a 10 out of 10. Oh wait, no, this is I'm gonna give the Philippines a 10 out of 10. I really like the tone of their voice. That was super good. Go and subscribe to Knowledgea. Wow. Wow, what an amazing history. Like if you're Filipino and culturally diverse, friends of everyone, has many religions. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, very informative. Let me know if you learned anything as well. Yeah, everyone's like Hindu, Islam, Christianity. Philippine is you guys are very religious people. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying all of you are. Like, a guy named Felipe sent his regards to Philippines. I love how some people in Spain say Filipinos are mimicking Spain. Alright. Next time someone asks me why I look Asian, speak like a Malay, have an American first name and Spanish last name. Oh, bless. Oh, that's a good comment. I'm gonna show them this video. I learn more about my country. There we go. This guy learned something. Oh man, I need to go to the Philippines one day. I hope you guys like this. Something different to the channel. Now and then, I'll always be posting music reactions, but now and then, posting something like this is cool. Let me know if you want to see 10 best places to visit in the Philippines. It really goes down to how well this video does. So share it with your friends, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you liked the new content like this. And if you want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. It's been your boy MarRPG, and thanks for being you. Bye-bye.